Hello friends! Last week we kicked off our early fall decorating, starting with our coffee bar area, and this week we are going to continue in the kitchen, working on the rest of the room and getting it feeling all cozy and beautiful for fall. So let's get going. So before tackling the rest of the kitchen, I did want to make a few minor little adjustments to the coffee bar area that we did last week. And if you missed that video, I'll be sure to leave a link to it in the cards above so you can go check it out and get caught up and see exactly what we did. But I found this beautiful pumpkin colored ribbon at Michael's, and I thought it would be a nice little touch to add it into the wreath area here. And I love the way this looks with the wreath. I think it's just the right little accessory here. And then also when I was at Michael's, I took a quick browse through their frame section because I wanted a frame for the little picture that was on the easel. And I found this one here, and actually I lucked out because it was marked incorrectly on their shelf at a clearance rate of $5. So I picked up a few of them, and I think it's the perfect frame to top off this little coffee bar area. Now, once I was at Michael's, I took a stroll over to HomeSense. They're in the same plaza, and I wanted to look for some new napkins and maybe a new table runner for this year because I've had the same ones forever. And I found these beautiful Rachel Zoe napkins, a set of 8 for $16.99. And then I found this runner, and it's smaller than normal runners, and I loved the size of it. I thought it would be perfect for my kitchen table, and it was only $19.99. And it is gorgeous. It's this soft velvety feeling material. It's got pumpkins and wheat and all kinds of beautiful things embossed on it. And it's almost identical color to the runner I used over here in my coffee bar area. And I think this is exactly what my table needs. Brings this color over to the other side of the room, which will make the room feel more cohesive and each end connected to one another. I love the way this looks on the table. It's a shorter runner, so it doesn't hang over the edge of the table, and I am okay with that. I actually really love the length of this. The table settings, I am bringing back some oldies that I've used for a number of years. I love this placemat. I love the geometric pattern on it. It's cream and black. I think it just goes so well in the room. And then these beautiful chargers that I got last year from Michael's. I love the copper look, and especially with the new runner. Then I thought I'd be a little bit extra and add in these copper mule mugs that I've had for a number of years and just put them on the placemat there at the top of the charger. And then I just felt like there was just too much orange going on, so I found these beautiful burgundy picks up in my stash, brought them out and added them to this little crock that is actually a utensil crock from IKEA. And once again, trying to keep the room feeling cohesive and tying back into the coffee bar area and that wreath, which is my jumping off point for the kitchen. I decided to add a ribbon to the top of the crock, and when I picked up the pumpkin ribbon from Michael's, I found this beautiful blue colored ribbon. So I decided to bring in some blue to this end of the room, and I think it just works. I love this blue color with the pumpkin color and the burgundy. I just think it looks so gorgeous and warm and cozy, and exactly the right little accessory for this side of the room. Now we're heading back to the other side of the kitchen, and this is the counter that is opposite my coffee bar. And it's a little bit of an awkward corner. It's quite dark, and we do have the air fryer there that we use almost every day, so I do require that to be out on the counter at all times. Unfortunately, it's a big black box, but what are you going to do? This is a kitchen, right? So I decided to take this old crock that I had, which is a Ray Dunn one that I used to use for coffee pods, and I'm going to use it more as a vase. And this is something I love to do, is just use things in a different manner. And to soften up the look a little bit from the hardwood and the ceramic pot, I'm layering 2 napkins here, one of my new ones and one of my very old napkins, but the colors work perfectly together. Then I just added in a little rolling pin and some picks to the crock. Now to this glass cloche, I'm going to add in some decorative balls that I've had for a number of years in another bowl in my home, and the colors work out perfectly for fall and my fall decor in the kitchen. But as the season progresses, you know that these will be replaced with either pumpkins or pine cones or acorns. But for now, I think this is a perfect little accessory here. Once again, to bring all the colors together in the room, I thought this area needed a touch of blue, so I added in these blueberry picks that I had. Now here is an idea that I thought would work, and I have these 2 recipes. One is from my mom and one is from my mother-in-law, which is this one here. And it is my husband's favorite recipe that his mom ever made, and it was what she used to make for his birthday each year. And we took it when she passed on, and we have it in the house, and he loves to make it every fall. So I thought it would be fun to display them, and I just tacked them up onto my cutting board here, added one of my ribbons that I had from last year, and just hung them up in a place of pride. And let me tell you, when he came in and saw this on the wall, he was so touched and just loved it. And what was remarkable to us is that the handwriting from both moms looks very, very similar. And the hazelnut melting moments is one of my favorite Christmas cookies that my mom makes. And I have never made them. I cannot believe I've never made them. So this year, I'm going to make them. In this little vignette, I'm using once again one of those black slate boards that I had purchased from a local kitchen store at such a great price. I love these little slats. They are fabulous. And I thought this area just needed a little bit more oomph, so I'm adding in this tiny little vase with some little picks in there. And I found it just got lost behind the salt and pepper grinders and the olive oil, so I just raised it up on this little riser that I had made years ago just for this purpose, and I think the elevation of the vase is perfect now. So here I go again with 2 more of those black slates. I love these. They're perfect by the sink because they can get wet, but they dry so easily. I can't tell you how pleased I am that I stumbled across these. Now I found this hand soap at HomeSense and I almost gasped when I saw it because, as you can see, that tea towel that I had that I showed in my bin decor video, I said was one of my favorites. Well, it almost matches exactly with the print on this hand soap. So you know I had to get that hand soap. It was incredible. When I got home, I rushed to get the tea towel to check it out, and sure enough, it was almost an identical match. I couldn't believe it. I am almost feeling like this year my fall decor is really coming together the way it was meant to be. I'm feeling very lucky because I find hand soap with a print that matches my favorite tea towel. I find a blue ribbon at Michael's that matches this tea towel and really accentuates the colors in my favorite wreath. I find that runner that for the kitchen table that matches almost identical in color to the one I just used on my coffee bar. It's just very strange to me this year, but I am loving it. On top of the fridge, I'm just going to place this basket here and drape one of my older napkins over the corner. This is just to add some visual interest above the fridge, which I always find a little bit bland looking, and just adds another texture into the room. And not only is it decorative, but we put our potatoes in here, our sweet potatoes, things like that. So it serves not only a purpose, but also looks a little bit more decorative. Over here on this side of the counter, I am going to do 2 little vignettes. I don't typically do 2 over here. I try to keep it a little bit cleaner, but again, I just wanted some more visual interest over here. Again, taking a crock that's usually used for tea, and I'm going to use it as a vase or just a vessel for some beautiful dried florals. These are some of my favorite. If you watch that video about my bins, I love these, and I've had them for a number of years. I believe they're from Michael's. And then again, bringing in more of that burgundy color with these older napkins. Now it's coming across a little more red on the camera, but they really are a deeper burgundy color. Adding in some fall leaves. Eventually I will add in some acorns and some pumpkins and some pine cones here, but for now it's going to also be a little bit more useful. So I took a bowl, one of our older bowls, and again with that blue rim, and we're just going to house some fresh fruit here. We love our peaches at this time of year. They are so good, and we have been going through them like crazy, so we're leaving them out on the counter so we can keep grabbing them. I've been making peach cobbler galore, and oh my word, it's so good. And let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite seasonal fruit for the summer? I thought mine was strawberries, but boy, peaches I think have taken over for me because I just can't seem to get enough. Now over in this corner is usually where we keep our fruit bowl. And as you can see, nothing has changed there because we have some bananas in there. And then I'm doing something a little different. I got this idea, a little inspired from a Pinterest photo that I saw. So I'm going to use this vase with some of my favorite florals in it and elevated that with some books. And then I'm going to add in some more leaves. And then I just thought we needed a little bit more of a punch up over here. So I'm going to add some of that beautiful blue ribbon to this vase.
When we were younger, we used to sit on the grass among the flowers. We just let the days pass by. People would tell us to get a grip of ourselves and get a job. We didn't care what we were told, 'cause when we were younger, we used to sit on the grass and go, damn, I don't wanna grow old. I wish I could turn back time.
Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video and got a little bit of inspiration to add some fall decor to your kitchen. I am so pleased with it. I even am amazed at this print that we have had on our kitchen wall forever blends in with all the colors I'm doing in this room. It must just be meant to be this year. I am loving it. I love this added touch of this blue color. It's unexpected. Let me know what you think about it. But it's so out of the box for me. So I am really pleased with the way this kitchen has come together for early fall so far. And really what I love too is that with all this decor, it's going to be so easy to just add in a few pumpkins here and there as fall progresses.
But we had to move on. Life ran away from us.
And if you are new here, I would love to have you join me each week by subscribing. And don't forget to check out my Fall 2025 playlist, as it will get you all caught up on everything I've been doing so far for fall. And until I talk to you in my next video, guys, I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye.
Stay up all night singing songs on the terrace. We didn't mind sitting out in the cold. It wasn't possible to make us embarrassed. We were free.